Ladies and gentlemen.
One, two, one, two, one, two, one, two. Bare truth in the building. It's going down. We definitely live. How y'all love that? Man, I can't understand.
Somebody said they saw you.
Okay.
The person you were kissing wasn't me. And I would never ask.
How y'all feeling? You know what I did? I just kept it to myself.
I don't wanna know.
Y'all remember what Mario Winans? Down with B.A.R.E. How y'all feeling? Man, it's been so hard to get back, but we back and we in the building. Bare truth. Let's do it.
I just wanna know.
Baby. That's that knock right there.
I think about it when I hold you.
Somebody will pop up and jump in here sooner or later.
In your eyes, I can't
Man, give everybody a few seconds. Checking my platforms.
Baby, keep it to yourself.
I don't wanna
know if you're playing me. Keep it on the low, 'cause my heart can't take it anymore. And if you're
We're gonna talk about this new age dating. You know what I mean?
baby, I
Keep that
don't
going so I can kind of see like some chats. And man, so let me turn this down for they stop the whole video. I got the I do not own the copyrights to this music, but sometimes they're like, if you like let it go. I wanted to hear Puff Part. Hold on, listen.
I don't wanna know your whereabouts or how you moving. I know
When you in the house,
when you cruising.
what?
It's been proven.
Y'all remember that?
I can't understand how a man got you choosing.
That was that. Be in the club like Puff.
You came and denied it. Don't even try it. I know when you lying. Don't even do that.
I know why you crying.
I'm not applying no pressure. Just wanna let you know
That I don't wanna let you go.
And I don't wanna let you leave. Can't say I didn't let you breathe.
Give you extra keys.
Put you in an SUV. You wanna ice, so
I don't want to know. Mario Winans. Man, listen. That used to be the knock. That was a good time for music. I think that was right around 2000. As soon as 2000 dropped, Bad Boy was on top of their stuff, man. Puff going through what he going through. And so, Bare Truth is back. I missed a couple of weeks. I was out of town, car hunting. The lack will not be back. I got something different. I'll show it to y'all in a few minutes. You know what I mean? When I put him together, clean him up. Um, something different. But right now, man, my heart is like really, really heavy. And so I'm going to hopefully get a chance to do another special. I want to get with my guys from over there in Nap, Crew Life Forever, 16th Street, what's going down. We just lost one of our guys, man. Like one of our, like, man, we lost like one of the pillars of the community. You know what I mean? Like, far as like, if you talk about 16th Street, Lil Hody was everything. I remember probably like 1985, I was staying with my auntie, you know, because Indianapolis, that's my other home. Indianapolis, the streets raised me, Quad Cities raised me. So you know what I mean? I'm back and forth. But 16th Street, all right. I was in the sixth grade, and I remember I used to break dance against Anthony next door. So me, Anthony, and Don used to break dance against each other like every day. Get the cardboard out the garbage can. We battling, we break dancing. So Lil Hody became my buddy. So you know what I mean. He stayed across the street. Plus I had a crush on Crystal. You know what I mean. So at the end of the day, you know how you do it. You befriend the little brother so you can get close to the sister and stuff like that, right? So it used to be like my auntie would send me to the store, and she'd be like, "Shook, you know, Hody is sitting outside on the porch, don't you?" And I'd be like, huh? And it like he was only like about 5 or 6 years old, but Hody used to sit outside on the porch and wait for me to come outside. Like I was his best friend. Like, you dig what I'm saying? And here I am, like 12 years old. He 5 years old, but he was like my best friend. So we walked to the store together. Whatever my auntie give me on change, I buy some chips. She give me a couple of dollars. Buy Hody something. I buy him something. We sit on my porch. He rocked with me all day until it was time for him to go in the house. But he wasn't number like 5 or 6 years old. And he used to just, man, sit on my porch like me and him was the best of friends. But he was my dude. You dig what I'm saying? And so fast forward to 93 when I won the Guy Black, or no, the Indiana Black Expo. Won the Indiana Black Expo first. Soon as I got done winning, who was there to congratulate me? Came to the crib and blew my brains out. My man used to smoke so much green. Like, I'm talking about, man, he smoke you on the table. Like, bust your face, where your face at? Bust your face, baby. He come through with the blunt. And that's where anybody used to hear me say, bust your face. I got that from my man. That's my nigga, man. And he gone. I don't know what happened. I don't need to know what happened, man. But I just want to say, Deshauna, Crystal, Lil Ronnie, man, I love y'all. Y'all know y'all like family. Miss Angeletta, I will be there to give you a hug. Matter of fact, I seen Miss Angeletta last time I was there. She was with Dee Dee. So hopefully her and Dee Dee is hanging out somewhere because I know right now it's going to be hard on her. But Crystal, Deshaun, and Lil Ronnie, Cowboy, Mike Savage, you dig what I'm saying? All of 16th Street, stand up, easy, everybody. I know we all going through it like right now, man. That was our guy. And so he gone, man. And I'm going to get over there for the funeral, man. And so I just want to say a shout out, and hopefully, man, I can get all the guys on the podcast and we can do something special for him. You know what I mean? Just, recognize him. That's my nigga. I ain't seen him in a minute, man, but damn, he gone. So Love locked up. So I know Love hurting. This is our dude. You dig what I'm saying? So, man, lived in the same parking lot. You know what I mean? That's my man's. But, okay. I did a title. What is it? It says Love versus Hate, New Age Dating. Real love or weird love. You dig what I'm saying? So Thursday is love versus hate. So we always do this like this relationship type thing. You dig? Hey, Auntie, happy birthday. I think I sent you a shout out, but happy birthday, Auntie, all the way down in Texas. Man, big shout outs, birthdays this month. Shout out to me on the 4th, little Tommy on the 5th. Um, Auntie Diane and my mom, Bernice, on the 11th, and then on the 12th, my brother Quint, my little bitty brother Quint. I ain't heard from him in a minute. But then there was so many other people. Somebody else has some birthdays that's going on. So if you're a Pisces gang, stand up. Happy birthday to you. God bless you. Alicia, what's going down? Her birthday was Tuesday. I posted on Beautiful Eyes early, and she was like, you a day early, laughing and stuff like that. And so she be talking about she don't drink, so she drink wine. So I'm gonna buy her a bottle of Wild Irish Rose. Bush your face. When I get through with you, you're gonna have a headache the next day. But happy birthday, Alicia. I call her Beautiful Eyes because she got those green eyes and stuff like that. And I just think like, and they real. They ain't them fake, you know what I mean? Like contacts. Her eyes is really real. So she kind of remind me of like, what's her name? Like Natalie Cole. Remember Natalie Cole? Her dad was Nat King Cole. But Natalie Cole kind of had like the mind. She kind of favor Alicia. You did, or Alicia kind of favor her, but them eyes is like really, really pretty. So what's up? Happy birthday, Beautiful Eyes. Anybody else that's in March and you got a birthday, Pisces gang, stand up. Back to what we was talking about. New age dating. Got some videos I want to show y'all. Uh, a good partner of mine gave me this one right here, and she gave it to me like in, you know what I mean. I gotta give her a shout out. It's Rachel, Rack, Raquel, or how whatever her middle name is, but you'll see her. Rachel, she might pop up tonight. But listen, so she'll send me like an idea, she'll shoot me an idea and stuff like that. And she's definitely a dope content creator. So she was just like, why don't you do something on like, this new like social media dating? Like, is it ruining the way that people used to date? Vice versa, like now everything is at your disposal. You know what I mean? You can holler. I mean, you can holler at somebody in Africa. You can talk to somebody in Dubai right now. You dig what I'm saying? If you got that bread, you can get somebody sent over here from Korea. You dig? Somewhere one of them countries, they looking for somebody to marry and come over here. So dating is turned all the way up now. But here's the thing though, I gotta keep it 100. I got it up. I got my volume up. I gotta keep it 100. Sometimes it's weird. You know what I mean? It has been fun. sometimes to like meet people like on social media. I'll speak to like so many people, try to get them to watch the podcast. I'm super silly, so I hold like silly dialogue. But I got to tell you, um, sometimes it goes left. Remember Shorty that I was talking to was having a conversation. I found out it was my buddy's auntie, even though she was younger than him. She was his auntie, and I don't know what I said, or we're not gonna pull the scab off of it, but she went left and then posted a post like, I tried to holler at her because, and I said some other stuff, and it just wasn't true. And so it can get misconstrued when you do this new social media dating. You can really get mixed messages, and it's crazy. So I'm not going to give it away without showing you the video. Let me show you the video, then we'll double back and we'll talk about it. You know what I mean? Let me hit you with one of these videos because I got some good ones today. Check this first one out. There go Rachel right there. What's up? Internet dating.
Social media has created this whole illusion of options that people have now, as well as unrealistic expectations, because you're seeing things that aren't reality. You got women seeing these women be given lavish gifts and trips and all this stuff, and now they looking at their man like, well, you ain't take me nowhere all year. What's going on, right? You got men looking at their girl that can't live up to the standard of the IG model or whatever, and not being able to appreciate what's in front of him. You got a lot of people just getting lost in what they're seeing online, and it's distorting again people's perception of reality and how they approach dating and relationships. But I also think that the internet takes advantage of people's emotional state. And so with that, with now TikTok and Reels and little short clips, people are getting triggered and falling into the trap of just this clip that's completely out of context. But you take it out of context properly, you can create a whole new narrative. And now people run with that and push that, and again just creates more chaos and nonsense in the dating world.
It seems disposable. You can quickly send a message to somebody else, you can quickly move on, you can quickly post a picture and new people will come into your DMs. So there is no motivation to make things work when they get tricky. So that's why, and social media hasn't been ideal for relationships.
Number one thing people like that people dissolve their marriages on.
It used to be money. Now I really believe that social media has changed the entire landscape of relationships. The entire landscape. I remember when I started on divorce court, you never hear about it. Now it's the go-to feel-good device when she's getting on my nerves or he's getting on my nerves. I used to have to leave the house to cheat. Now I can cheat on you sitting next to you.
Easy access.
I'm with easy access. And we are not creatures willing to deal with a lot of discomfort. So instead of having the argument with you, I go online, do some subtext, Facebook, a guy from junior high says hello, who's not currently getting on my nerves. Next thing you know,
or
there's an error made.
Real or weird? G Nice, what's going down? I see you in the building. Shamika, what's the word? Rachel, you popped up. I see you with your hands up. It's a few more people on deck too, though. You know what I'm saying? And so listen, G Nice, while you live, I'm just gonna put you on blast. I think we need to double back and pull the ball head nuts out. You dig what I'm saying? I got like so much content and so much stuff to talk about. I know we got busy. It's a new year. I need a stress reliever. We got to talk a little bit later too. You called me. A lot been happening in the last 2 weeks, bro. So we got to chop it up. A lot has happened. But okay, listen to the first video. Let's break this down. I think that my man said some really good stuff because number one, when it comes to social media and like online dating, one of the worst things that I hate about it is this right here. It's the compare game. People is always comparing, you dig what I'm saying? Just stuff like, okay, like he said, okay, so now you see Shorty, she post a pic, she do a story. She got her butt poked out. You dig what I'm saying? She got a nice butt. She in the gym. She been in the gym. And listen, sweetheart, everybody that's in the gym, if your body is summer body, beach bodies, and you got it together, that's dope. But if my girl got a couple of extra pounds, let's say for instance, if your lady has had a baby and you dig, she has a couple of extra pounds. Fam, you cannot try to look at Shorty's story and then try to get mad at what you got. Listen, this we talking about, we living in reality. Don't let social media cloud your judgment, because what'll happen with social media, it'll have you trying to keep up You know that cliche saying, keeping up with the Joneses. Well, a lot of people was going broke and they going crazy out here by trying to keep up with people with social media, um, being not satisfied. You got a good man at the crib. You done seen this dude over here posting a workout video. He got a six pack or something in the chest, and you done lost your damn mind. Now all of a sudden, you coming looking at your husband thinking like he's supposed to be like that. Okay, yeah, he got the pops belly, but guess what he do got? He got a 9 to 5, and he come home and he take care of all the bills. Keys collection, what's going down? Keys, I ain't seen you in a minute. Unisex peacock feather. You silly boy. I ain't finna start with you. But yeah, that's how it goes though. And you know what here's the thing. You're not taking away from anybody that's on top of a square because listen, it's your body, it's your life. You do what you want to do. Like I'm gonna tell you something. Has anybody ever been on like Facebook dating? You know, one of the dating free things. Listen, it's so crazy because the first thing they'll pull out is, and I don't want to give this away, they'll be talking about how they like to take trips, like they got passports. So you'll see somebody out here taking a trip, and all right, they posted they in Cancun, they posted they in Miami, or they in Jamaica, they doing this and that. So now you think, oh, I gotta go jump on a flight and get up out of here. You got to pay your bills. You dig what I'm saying? You better try to pay your bills first. You need to try to get your credit up a little bit, get your credit score up, and double back. This year, you might not be able to go to Cancun. Go to Cincinnati. You dig what I'm saying? To the Jazz Fest. Go to Chicago for the Taste. That's right down the street. That's 2.5 hours away. You can go to the Chicago Taste, show out all day long, hit a club that night, and you can come on back to the house if you ain't even got hotel money. You ain't got no business in Mexico. You ain't got no business in the Bahamas. Stop playing all the time. You did what I'm saying? Social media is finna kill a bunch of people, and y'all finna be through, and you finna be broke. And that goes to you, tax time women. You dig what I'm saying? It's a song that's in the making, but you know, you only shine at tax time. Stop. It's not cool, it's not professional, and it's played out. Once a year, we know you get the cash in on your taxes, and then boom, you get to do something nice. You dig what I'm saying? Now, I'm I'm not trying to take a shot at my ladies, nobody, but if that's the only time that you can cheer yourself on and you really want to be on top of your square, little mama, I feel sorry for you. Because here's the situation, right? People that get real money, they pay taxes. You dig what I'm saying? And when you really get into the money, you owe you owe the government more than what you finna get back. You got some little tax breaks and some little tricks that you can do. But ain't no you dig what I'm saying? And so here it is. Stop waiting for, the end of January, February to March to get that little few bands back so you can go on a trip or do something. I can see if you need to get you a new car, you need to level up, get the kids' spring clothes together. Go ahead and move if you have to. It's not a knock and it's not a shot at nobody. But the attitude is ridiculous. Cut the attitude out. The attitude can't come with the taxes because that ain't balling. Because you got your taxes. You can't peel because you got your tax. You know what I'm saying? Now all of a sudden you're on Facebook and you want to show big faces. But you can't show big faces in August. You can't show big faces in October. You know what I'm saying? Stop. And it ain't a shot, but it's saying social media got you trying to keep up with somebody else. And so now when you get your little money, instead of making a dope little investment, instead of putting your money into some like a food truck or getting you a little business started up, doing this and that, you done took it and you done shot all the way off to Mexico and you done posted it and you came back and them bills is in your face. I'm just saying. All right. I ain't listen. What you say? Stop playing all the time, keys. No, it really it's real. It's real though. You dig what I'm saying? I'm just trying to. It's the bare truth. I got to tell it to him. Nobody needs new furniture every year. Say that again, G Nice. Stop. As soon as you get your taxes, you want to shoot off and go buy you some new furniture and fix your crib up. Like, yeah, I got me some new furniture. This is what I did with my taxes. I did this and that. Stop. It's like, man, listen. And I'm talking about, so now let's bring it back to dating because those are some of the things that people are doing, you know what I mean, to keep up with social media. And it's tax time right now. So I just wanted to put that out there now. You know what I mean? Because now some of y'all with y'all taxes, you done got a fresh fit on, you done made some posts, and now all of a sudden you want to talk to jazzy dudes. Oh, you don't like the little homie over there. You don't like your husband now. Your baby daddy was cool all year round working his little job. You get your taxes, you lose your mind. You dig what I'm saying? You don't even want to have sex. You don't even want to cook. You out eating. You better get to the house where my man is clocking in that clock every day and bringing that check to the house and taking care of them kids. Stop playing all the time. Um, Remember the lady that was after my man that was speaking. I know his name. He's super dope. Check him out on YouTube and check out some of his videos. He's super dope. But listen to this. She says people entertain too many people. And that's another thing with like social media. You know what I'm saying? Dating. It's because you get to entertain 5 to 10 people if you want to. You dig what I'm saying? So it's just like you got so many people that's in your inbox and that's messaging you. So now you ain't really putting no effort into this person. You know what I mean? That's digging you. You dig what I'm saying? And I'm not taking the shots again. It's so much weird stuff going on, and people saying little stuff, and they postpone it, and they put on these little fake facades, and they make it seem like it's going on. But at the end of the day, you entertaining so many people that it's watered down. And so now don't nobody, you don't even know who to call back now. You know why? Because you got too much going on. You doing too much. You dig what I'm saying? Rachel, what you say? Most people online are fake thriving. Don't let their highlight reel make you question it. Okay. What did Patricia say? Patricia said they got it, blow, don't invest it. And then come April, everything for sale. Ain't that the truth? I wanted to post that. I wish I would have seen that, Patricia. That was really dope. But listen to what Rachel says. Let me take this caption off real quick so we can see. All right. So matter of fact, this is the lady that came up with part of the topic. She says something, I'll take it, I'll run up with it. She's super duper smart. Rachel says, most people online are fake thriving. Don't let their highlight reel make you question their real progress. Now, that was a shot, Rachel. You dig what I'm saying? Um, I'm not really gonna get into their progress, all into their life, into their business, sort of like Patricia said, though. You dig what I'm saying? So Patricia D. Thompson says they get it, blow it, don't invest it, and then come April, everything is for sale. You see what I'm saying? That makes not a lick of sense because here's the thing: when you get a few dollars, that vision that you had in your heart and everything that was yearning, all those plans that you got, this is the time when you need to walk out on a limb of faith and you need to invest, little mama. You dig what I'm saying? If you got a baby daddy and you know he's solid, or a boyfriend or somebody that's cool and he's got an idea, I don't care if it's making shirts or if he need a few dollars to maybe get a garage so he can fix cars, and you think y'all can flip that money, take a chance at a business instead of taking a chance at highlighting, or you dig what I'm saying, that highlight reel, like what Rachel is saying. Because a lot of times, you know what I mean, we get caught up into what everybody doing, but see, what don't nobody expose on Facebook is their bank account. You'll never get a chance to look at what's in their checking account. You'll never get a chance to see their credit score, which ain't nobody's business. But then again, you post the highlights of your business. You dig what I'm saying? Or you post the messy part of your business, to Facebook. And, I get it. But now back to what she's saying. There's absolutely no effort sometimes with the social media dating, because if you start tripping, or you don't answer your phone, or you don't mess me, I'm gonna message Shorty over here. I'm gonna message this Shorty over here, and it's like it's a whole bunch going on. Now, the judge, Lynn Toller, she says online dating has made cheating easy access. It's right at your fingertips. You dig what I'm saying? Number one, people can sext. You dig what I'm saying? You can get on inside the DMs and you can talk sex. You can send pictures, and you know what I mean, without even seeing them. You can show yourself to each other. Now, to some people in cool relationships and friendships, that's long distance, that could possibly be a beautiful thing. You know, your person that you dealing with is out of town. And so this is what y'all do to hide, you know what I mean, to spice up y'all little love thing until y'all get together. You dig? So as grown people, nobody gets the chance to tell you what to do, what kind of pictures you should send and what you shouldn't send. This ain't about that. But what it does do is that, like she said, you get irritated with your dude. All of a sudden, you done met homie. You ain't seen him since high school. Facebook, social media put everybody at your fingertips. Like, damn, I ain't seen you in like forever. Now all of a sudden, what you been doing? Oh, back in the days, I had a crush on you. Don't you got somebody sleeping in the next room? You in the kitchen, supposed to be getting some water, and here you is scrolling through Messenger. You dig? And it's like, and you see it like, and my fault because I used to think that just because the green light was on, that this was like a big chat thing, like it was time to chat. It's not a time to chat. Everybody don't want to chat. Some people is being mannish, and some people is being fast, and they don't want nobody to know it. But that ain't it. But social media can also give you, you know what I mean, allow you to take your feelings out instead of fighting for love. You can give up easily, you know what I mean, with Facebook. And back in the days when you didn't have Facebook, somebody give you a call and be like, you got to y'all irritated or y'all arguing or something, and y'all tell each other that on the phone. You know, you'll sit on the phone all night, you know what I mean, trying to make up with that person, or either you going over there, now if you ain't talking to them, they mad. You can just look at somebody else's profile, check out the next person profile, send them a message just to see if they hit back. They could do the same thing to you. And so I get it with that. That's one of the things it can. Now, on the flip side of that, being able to meet people and, like I said, being able to date long distance, some of those, there are some advantages to, camera and talking like that and being able to send messages and stuff like that. But if you ain't finna fight for a real thing, if you're not finna put your heart into it and you ain't finna put no effort into it, then you playing, you using it for that. So okay, what you say? All right, that's the same one. Let me show you this other video. This one is pretty dope. Real verse weird. Dude gonna say some real life stuff.
Online dating is just so weird to me. Looking at an online dating profile, to me, is like looking at a used car ad. Majority of people, at least once in their life, have downloaded like a Tinder or a Hinge, some dating app, just to see what all the hype is about, right? You download the app, you're scrolling, and then you find a profile that looks promising, right? And then you read their description, and to me, I just think, like, what are you trying to sell me? Like, you're trying to sell me the dream version of you. This is not really you. Everyone always puts they love traveling in their bio. And then once you meet them, their idea of traveling is just going to the next city over. If you're not prepared to go to Paris, maybe leave that out the bio. Don't get me started on the photo section. When you look at these profiles, the photo section, they look like models. They got the face tune going crazy. And then you meet them in person and you just think to yourself, like, hold on, where's the model I swiped up on? One time, I went on a date with someone whose whole profile was about being adventurous and loving to travel. But once we started dating, it was a constant battle just to get them out the house. It was like all of a sudden they became a Hall of Fame home buddy. Like, you lied to me. So next time you're scrolling on one of these apps, just remember, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. But
linking a girl without FaceTime her, talking to her on the phone. Like, if we talking on the Instagram and shit, we not going out. We not gonna go out until we on the phone, FaceTime for an hour. If I can't get a regular conversation out you for an hour, we're never going on a date. Like, you could kiss that out the window. Ain't no texting all day, just reply every two. Nah, we not even doing it. Bro, girls be like, don't DM me unless you're not taking me out. Bitch, can we talk on the phone? I get to know you a little bit. Like, I just,
ball, have a little conversation in between.
Is you good in games? Can you use your head? Can I get a Connect Four so where you put your piece first? Like, I gotta know something, you feel me? Like, never spoke to you, never heard your voice. I gotta hear your voice the first time when we friendly meet. We not doing that. I think we're not doing that, shorty.
And that's the mask that we was talking about. Oli, what's going down, baby mama? Rachel said online dating makes cheating so easy. Some people treat loyalty like a limited time. You play too much. Online dating makes cheating so easy. Some people treat loyalty like a limited time offer. If they're always too busy but somehow active everywhere, you're probably not the only subscription that they're managing. Okay, let me see if everybody will be able to read that whole thing because that is dope. Yep, they got the whole thing. And so I just want to. I'm gonna give you an example of what I'm saying, and nobody knows this person. This person is way out of the thing, but like on their profile, it says intentionally into 100% single men only, no more than an hour away. Then she gives her zip code. Start off with please just have your life together. No warrants, no suspended license. Please have your own. Just be grown. I am 48, 5'6", and 195 pounds, brown hair, green eyes. So please be at least 6 feet tall. I am looking for a partner in life. Sex only comes with exclusivity. I'm looking for quality over quantity. Please don't waste your time and death don't waste mine. 420 friendly, shoot me a message and let's chat. Consistency is everything. So that's an example of like a profile of what you might see. And so on the second one, dude in him is saying like, "Who are you?" You know what I mean? Like he said, he's like sometimes dating people is like buying a used car. You know, you'll look on marketplace or you'll look on the internet or look in the paper how they used to do it old school internet basically now, and it'll say, okay, this car got this, sunroof, it's this and that, it drives, it runs great, it's this and it, you know what I mean? And then you dig what I'm saying? You can get up on that car or you get it, and then that car is just ain't what it said it is. You know what I mean? Sometimes you dig uh a lot of people have like the filters on their pictures. You dig what I'm saying? And then when you see them, then they don't look nothing like they want to see. That's why my man was saying, like, listen, we're gonna have to FaceTime before we do anything. And why is you saying take me out before we ever even have a conversation or FaceTime? When people don't like the FaceTime, that should let you know that they ain't really on top of their square. You dig? If you really about that life, then you gonna FaceTime. Somebody can see your face and somebody can sit down and have a conversation with you. And I think FaceTiming is dope because you get a chance to put a voice with the face, and then again at the same time, you get to ask questions. It ain't personal, like up close and personal, but it's the closest thing to be able to sit there and look each other in the face and ask each other questions. And you know what I mean, you can make a little bit of an eye contact, and then you get a chance to know something because you'll read the bio. And so the reason why I read her bio is just like, okay, so she's basically trying to sell herself. Like she told you, you got to be 410 420 friendly. She's five, I think 6 or something, 100 and something pounds. She wants a guy that's 6 feet. You dig what I'm saying? He got to have his life together. No warrants, no nothing. How many people is gonna get online and be like, yeah, I got a warrant. I'm on a run right now, shorty. Ain't nobody finna tell you that. So you just ain't finna find that out. And so what am I trying to say? You can make that profile, you can dress that profile up however you want to make that profile. Make that profile sound as cool as you want that profile to say. You dig what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, ain't nobody finna figure you out until you sit down, until you chop it up. And I'm gonna tell you something, ladies. If you go for the gusto out the gate, you probably gonna lose the dude. And who's to say? There's some people that's on a Facebook dating app, and they'll tell you straight up they looking for tricks. I'm looking for a trick daddy. I like to shop. I want somebody who wants to spoil me. If you ain't got it like that, then don't text me. Push the X. And most of the time it be them Chicago chicks. Like they'll tell you like straight out the gate, like, I'm looking just for that. And you know what? I think telling the truth is just I think that's the best way to do it. Cause I feel like this, right? We too grown to be lying. You know what I mean? So here it is. I tell you the truth. You recognize it. If you want to rock with me, if you want to mess with me, you do. If you don't, then okay. Go on about your way. You tell me the truth. You be honest, and then that way I can get a chance, you know what I mean, to know. Remember I was telling you about the little friend that I had that was out of town and social media. You dig what I'm saying? Likes to entertain more people at one time. And only thing I was just trying to tell Shorty is this: you could do whatever you want to do. You just got to let me know. Cause I don't gotta ride everywhere. I don't gotta ride with you everywhere. You can't ride with me everywhere. I'm not here. Some people will tell you like straight up. I got another video, but it's further on down the line. People should let you know what their intentions are. You dig what I'm saying? And men, if you just a cornball and you just want to have sex, say that. I guarantee you, you're gonna find some chicks out here that just want, you know what I mean? That's all they really want. send them your little pics or whatever you want to do, and just tell them that's all you want to do. Because it's chicks that's out here. You dig what I'm saying? It's people that's on that line be like, I just want friends. I ain't into nothing else. But what you have to do, what social media allows people to do, is to just be whatever they want to be. They put on the mask and they can dress themselves up however they want to dress themselves up. What you say? Replying to Shamika. Shamika says, that's the scary part about dating. You never know what you're getting. Okay, sounds like a perfect profile to me. Look, Rachel, you talking about Shorty, but I'm saying, um, she can say what she said, in the profile, but it does not mean that that's what she's going to attract. And if she, one thing about it, at least she's keeping it real. She wants somebody 4 to 20 friendly. She wants, somebody that's 6 feet. You dig what I'm saying? And, you know, and there's way worse. I was looking for somebody that I could have probably, that really says some crazy stuff. Like you'll get the little chicks that'll be saying, come with your passport, come healed. If you ain't ready to take trips, push the X. And it's just like like my man said, you sitting up there talking about all that and come to find out you're a homebody. You know what I mean? You ain't even got the money to go on no trips. So stop. So stop all the games. Okay. So what does Shamika say? That's the scary thing about dating. You never know what you're going to get or what you're getting. Then replying to that, Shamika, what's even more scary is that you will still never know a person even after you're together. Well, I don't know. Paulette Knox says, hey sir, what's up, Paulette? Um I but here's the thing. You saying, Rachel, you will never know the person even after y'all get together. Um I think that's because intimacy and knowing a person, it takes time. You know what I'm saying? You have to actually spend time with people, be up close and personal. You know what I mean? Like you can be cool with people, and then next thing you know, guess what? Move in with this person and be like, I do not like you. Like we shouldn't have never like we shouldn't have never moved in together. You dig? And it be like that because certain people got certain living habits. Certain people might snore. They might pull out a cover. They might sleep sideways in the bed. They might not pick up after themselves. They might feel like they can come and go when they want to. They might not clean up their mess. They might not even wash dishes. They might not clean their toilet. Ain't no telling what's gonna happen when you live with somebody, vice versa, as you just hanging out with them, going on dates, so they come over. See, when a person come over, man, you can clean up, you can spray air freshener, you can light an incense, you dig? Mop the floor, sweep, you could throw all the dirty clothes everywhere so they ain't visible. But when you live with a person, oh, you finna see. And so I would say if you with a person and you don't know that person, then man, listen, that person is living a lie. And it's a lot of people that do that. They live in a straight lie, and man, that's horrible. Because let me see. All right, so let me just go over this of what I think three of the qualities a man should have, three of the qualities that a lady should have, okay? And we already talked about them before. You're going to hear me keep beating them inside your head because ladies love to pull this out on men. But how many of you ladies really check yourself for that? So since we're talking about ladies, let's go first. Ladies, depending on what you're dating for, and we'll talk about that after this. When you on social media and you dating and you feel like you're looking for a man, there's at least three things that you should know that you were created with when God created you with that you should have, and they should be in you. And I'm gonna tell you, if they shining, then you know what I mean. You are attractive. You dig? You're attractive to a real man. Number one, the lady is always got to be the man's covering. You dig what I'm saying? And so what I mean by that, a covering means that God, when he created Eve, he was just like, it's not good for man to be alone. I'll make him a helper. And so, all right, if the man is like supposed to be this hard worker, I'll get to his qualities in a minute. Do you know how to treat a man? Do you know how to talk to a man? Do you know how to respect this man and make him feel better? You dig? When he come home from work or when he get done facing, life. Um, a lot of people, okay, understand this. A man is one situation, but then a black man, that target that's on his back and how hard it is for him when he goes out into the world, whether he's, if he's got a court case, a pending court case, if he's going into a job interview, You dig? Or even if he has a run in with the police. There's certain things, certain stresses that come with just being black that's just crazy. It shouldn't be like that, but it's like that. As a woman, being his covering, you dig what I'm saying? Can you cover these things that this man needs to for his mental health and for his well-being? You dig what I'm saying? Because as a woman, you are loving and you're an emotional person. So it's your duty to be able to read him. You know what I mean? A lot of times I've had so many situations with people where we logical thinkers, you know what I mean? We just deal with stuff head on. Women are more emotional and they go deeper in depth. But sometimes people will never try to figure you out. Stop getting mad at people if you don't know them, if you're not trying to figure them out. You're going to mess it up with a man if you don't understand. And everybody might be wired different. He might be different. And it's not saying it's your job. Well, I got to figure him out to make him. But I'm saying if you feel like you intentionally and you want to be into a relationship and you dating and you feel like, all right, he handsome. He this and that. He got a good job, this and that. That's on the surface, little mama. When you meet fam, it might be some internal shit that's going on in his life. And it might take you to decode it. It might be only you, the only one that can break down these barriers and help him get to a sane part of living. You got to have that quality of that covering of understanding a man and trying to figure him out, being able to listen to him and being able to, you know what I mean, help him think instead of irritating him, agitating. Can you listen to him? Are you a nurturer? A nurturer is this. And look for this. When a woman talks highly about her kids and her kids come number one and they come first place, not just when you read the dating profiles or the dating things and they say, um, you know, my kids is first, my kids come first place. No, when you have a conversation about, when you're having a conversation with a woman and they say, oh, well, I got to go, I got to take my kids to go do this and that, or me and my daughter, we over here doing this and that, or I'm going to my son's basketball game. When a mom is into her kid's life, just off a basic conversation. You're gonna figure this out. And if she's got these qualities where her kids is like number one in her life, you dig what I'm saying? And you starting to date her, regardless on if the baby daddy is a good baby daddy or the ex-husband, no matter what was going on, if she's a good woman and she's a good mother to her kids, that means that she's a nurturer. You dig what I'm saying? And so nurturer really should have win number one, because then when she's loving like that, when you see her like that, then more than likely she knows how to cover a man. You dig what I'm saying? So covering, nurturer, and then incubator. No matter who you're talking to, all women are bosses. A real woman is a boss. And listen, she got some type of idea, she got some type of goal, she got some type of plan. She's always thinking, her wheels is always turning. She's always on top of it. So when you meet a real woman, and if you are a real woman and you talking about you want to have these qualities to meeting a good dude, it's just like if he say something, you need to be able to know how to multiply it. And if you don't know nothing about what he's doing, which is cool, sometimes you're a reader. You read books, so you just read up on it, and you know what I'm saying. But I've talked to plenty of people, and they'll say stuff to me without even thinking, and they'll just multiply my life. Like, yo, have you ever tried this? Oh, I can see you doing this and that. That right here fits your category. Oh, have you ever thought about this? Or either they'll try to offer you a job or they'll try to do something to make you better. Because when a woman really loves a man, it's inside of her to push him to be great. She wants this. She's so proud of him. You dig what I'm saying? And that's one of the things that we love about y'all. You dig what I'm saying? It's just like the body is one thing. Yes, Lord have mercy. The woman's body, I don't know. God, you was so dope when you put that together. But listen to me. Ain't nothing like a woman who cheers you on and roots for you and make you feel like you cool. It'll make you feel like, listen, I can go out and be the best version of me. Now I really feel like a king. So I'm gonna tell you, ladies, if you got those, they was created in you anyway, whether you know it or not. So they inside of you. You a nurturer, you a lover because you love your kids, you nurse your kids, you had that kid in your belly for 9 months. Some of y'all breastfeed y'all kids. And so a real woman loves her kids. She's a mother. And so when she's caring and she's got it like that, it just effectually, transferred to her man. So now she's a covering. A man is your covering far as the household. And I'll tell you about him later, but you are also his covering. You know what I mean? I'm having a conversation with a person. The person was saying, like, listen, for my man, like when he comes in the house, I'm the type to have his bath water ran. I'll have his meal. You know what I mean? If he treat me right and he showed me that I'll do this and that for him. And it was just like, damn, you know what? That's a dope woman. You know what I mean? Because she knows how to cover her man because she's the emotional creature. He's logic. He come in the crib. He just had a hard day. He don't know how to talk. Come here, babe. Let me rub your back. Let me rub your beard. You dig what I'm saying? Come here. Here goes something to eat. You dig what I'm saying? Turn the game on. You dig? Little bitty simple shit like that turn a man on. So I'm telling you, if you can do that for him, you really got him. If he's a good dude. Now, flip, vice versa, the man. Dudes, these qualities should have been in you from the gate. And I'm gonna add another one to it. But all women, real women, look for this in a man. You dig what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you something. If you find these in a man, you can stop worrying, ladies, about a lot of stuff. Number one, is he a leader? A leader is not going to jeopardize the household. He's not going to put you or them kids in danger. He is not going to take any type of penitentiary chances to the point where he's going to have to leave you and leave you with these bills or leave you by yourself. You see what I'm saying? Now, I'm not knocking my dudes that get it from the mud because I used to get it from the mud. I understand that. But here's the thing. If you are a real man, you're a real leader, you don't do that to your family. You are the real covering over the household. You're the man. You're supposed to be the backbone of this house. And so she's counting on you. You the hero. You who the kids look up to. You the strength in this house, fam. You got to be a leader. And if you a leader, then if you in the streets, transfer the game from the streets. Being a hustler ain't nothing, but be a businessman. Switch it. Step your game up and make it legal. Take it corporate. You know what I mean? Just get out the streets so you don't go to jail. You have to be a protector. You have to protect her. That means that you got to protect her mentality. You have to make sure that she's straight. You got to protect her peace. You have to protect your home. Make sure you ain't doing nothing stupid that's gonna make somebody run in there and try to rob it. Make somebody take a chance at shooting up your kids. Make sure everybody is straight. And you also have to be a provider. If you got the qualities of a man, right? You got to be a provider. So a provider is saying this right here. I'm not bringing you into my life unless I can provide for you. I ain't ready for you if I can't provide for you. So don't lie about it. Don't try to act like you got it all together because sometimes you don't got to have it all together. You need to stay over there in your own crib and I'm going to stay over here. Because soon as we mesh cribs, guess what? You're supposed to be responsible for that rent. That rent is on you. That roof over their head, that whole house is supposed to be you. You're supposed to pay that rent. And if nothing else, you're supposed to pay the majority of the bills. Now, let's say y'all got a family and right now you got a lower paying job. And ladies, you got to step up. Still allow him to be a man. And then at the end of the day, and still just because she might make more money than you, still take on them that manly, price tag of the things because that's still your tab. You dig what I'm saying? So now the reason why I wanted to point these qualities out, like a man, here we go: leader, protector, provider. That if he master these or if he working on these right here, this dude is a king. And if she's working on this right here, this is what you calling a queen. These are the three qualities, right? So now let's tie it back into the dating. Let's bring it back to full circle. People on social media, this ain't what you're looking for. You're looking for somebody that's 6 feet. Oh, they got to be 420 friendly. You such and such height. You ain't said nothing about none of these qualities. So when you read their profile, if their profile ain't talking about none of this, God fearing, they ain't got no prayer life, or they ain't working on none of this stuff right here. You dig what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Mom first, I like to see that. Or you dig what I'm saying? What can you bring to the table of a man? Because guess what? If you attract a real man, if you attract a king, a leader, a protector, and a provider, you ain't got to worry about nobody taking you trips. You ain't got to be like, you got your passport? Because I like to take trips. I need a man who got his stuff together. He got his life together. He financially stable. He got his own. You wasting your time with them words. Because you know what? You know what a person going to do? When you start shooting out all that shit, they finna sit up there and they finna see what you said that you want. And they can sit up there and lie to you and make it seem like that's what they got. Or they can take that shit and fake it off like this is who they are until they get some sex from you, and then boom, they done with your crazy self. You see what I'm saying? So stop playing. That ain't what makes a man. You dig what I'm saying? Oh, he gotta have dreads. I want him to be tattooed up. He gotta be a thug, or he got that. Does that mean that he lead the house? Does it mean that, you know what I mean? If he get you pregnant, that he gonna be by your side, or is he going to the feds? You see what I'm saying? You worried about the wrong thing. You talking about height. Does he black your eye though? Is he violent? Do we got anger issues? The profiles are stupid. So who are you when you making them? Y'all ain't even checking it out. Rachel says, hold on. Let me see. Rachel says, many men struggle with leadership because they weren't taught that it starts with emotional maturity, not authority. Leading well means listening more, owning mistakes, and knowing when to grow, not just when to give orders. Well, I understand that, Rachel. Unfortunately, you're not a man. So on this one right here, even though that is really dope, and it's like that when you say emotional maturity, um, you have to wonder out like where is he from? How was his background? Who was he taught? Because listen to this. If his dad was in prison and he grew up with his mom, right? Say he grew up with his mom and his mom spoiled him or showed him love. You know what I mean? Cling to him. Moms can only show emotional love. They can't show him how to be a man. Then all of a sudden you get with him and now he's a mama's boy and you mad at him. Okay. But what if with a little bit of guidance, somebody was there to help him? But see, y'all throw him out. His mama taught him how to clean, how to cook, how to keep a job. But on some certain things as a man, he ain't there. Instead of leading the house, he like to play video games a lot. You dig what I'm saying? But what if a cool woman with sense, with some smarts came in and then, okay, slowly but surely start giving him duties like, hey, I need you to do this and that. And not only that, when he do that, when he do it, make him feel good for doing it. You dig what I'm saying? And see, sometimes it be just that. Man, niggas is messed up out here, just as well as women are. You know what I mean? There's some different women that came up, might have been sexually abused. We're not finna go off on them different areas. I like what you're saying, Rachel, but I'm saying, ladies, when y'all say, okay, he don't know how to lead, most men ain't leaders. Well, back to the dating. Why is your profile looking for somebody that's 420 friendly? Why is your profile looking for somebody, you know what I mean? All right, he got to be financially stable. Who's to say if he got money, he's financially stable? Let's say he's a dope dealer and man, he get into the bag, but he don't know what to do with the bag. What if he's a person who's got a good job, but he just don't even know what to do with his money? He financially stable, but he ain't financially intelligent. You dig what I'm saying? So we talking about skip past that. This is what you're looking for. And so you could say many men struggle with leadership, but here's the thing. Um, a lot of them are coming from households where there was not a good father. And then I won't say that this gives them, you dig what I'm saying, an excuse. But his leader, what if his leaders, what if his leaders is a gang, an OG, drug dealers and gang members? That's all he's seen on his block. Because coming up in Cali, they call that leadership an OG. Come on, man. I can't right now. All right, so Stacy Cardona says some of them don't even know how to fill out a profile completely. That part right there. Yes, people always playing on these dating sites. Well, and at the end of the day, I think what it is, Stacy, is that sometimes people want to. Everybody. Here, the thing is, everybody want to sound smart. You dig what I'm saying? Everybody, you know what I mean? I don't care if it's like slick lingo or whatever it is, whether they think they sound cool or whether they. Everybody want to sound smart. But ain't no smart actions to follow the shit up. It's like, man, stop trying to talk smart to me with your dumb ass. Your ass dumb. You're not making power moves. You making, you know what I mean, bad decisions. But then when somebody sit down and talk to you, you always want to try to sound like you know what I mean? I don't get that. I'm replying to Javante Hurst. Women never try to uplift us. Um, I know where he's going, Rachel. And remember, he has been a guest on there. Javante Hurst, I respectfully disagree. Um, And reason why I think that she can probably say that, little bro, that's my little bro right there. That's my I call him No because he's from New Orleans. He's in a situation where and damn, because I don't know. But let me say it. Cool on what y'all think respectfully. All right, bro. People only want what we got. All right. So now listen to what I'm saying. Real quick. Let me just dissect a little bit of your shit, little bro, real quick. Bro is in a situation where he has a partner and they both in the same field of the same profession. Bro likes to read. Bro is a college type dude. He's young. He has no kids. He likes nice things. He likes to party. You dig what I'm saying? But he works extremely hard. Now he is dealing in a situation. Well, I don't know the person, so let me not, you know what I mean, say that. But from my understanding, is not as motivated as him. And if he takes steps to get higher up in their profession, and this person is content with being there, then all of a sudden now this person is mad that he's climbing this ladder. And so as he's climbing this ladder, he's leveling up, he's getting money. He don't got no kids. So of course he can dress how he want to dress. He can be fresh how he want to be fresh. He can go out of town when he want to go out of town. He can take trips. He can really do that. He ain't for playing. So if you ever see him with the stories and he coming out of stores with bags, he he about that life and he's young. I'm super proud of you too. And I'm saying, so when he says women never uplift us, that's kind of cliche, little bro, because I'm gonna tell you why. Your mom is awesome. I've been cutting your hair and you've been sitting in the chair and I've heard her feed into your spirit in the chair. So she's a woman. So Rachel got you on that one right there. I gotta agree with Rachel. She totally disagree. So yeah, your mama is a dog and she's, man, I'm talking about, she's so cool. She got that New Orleans accent and she love her son. And no matter what's going on, she gonna always say something to him to make him get his head back up. You dig what I'm saying? And not only that, he has some health issues that he was dealing with. So sometimes I can understand how he's going through his thing and then he feels the way that he's feeling. Now, let's make this thing full circle. Um, Stacy said something that was really dope. Um, Let me see what you just said to Javante. Boy, you should have been on the show, man. You shouldn't have said that. Javante Hurst, not all women. I definitely try to motivate and try to lift him up because when you do, that he gets motivated and believes his worth, and that's vice versa. So Stacy, I'm with you on that. I think that Rachel, she does a very good job with that. You dig what I'm saying? And Rachel is very motivational. You dig what I'm saying? She speaks into people's life and she does a lot of stuff too, whether it's community, whether it's corporate and stuff like that. And so here the thing is, little bro, sometimes when you're around people and you know what I mean, and they not motivating and they ain't uplifting and you always trying to win, and then they another when another person is with you and they not happy to see you successful, fam, you got to cut that off. You dig what I'm saying? Because that's a disease. That's right there what you call gangrene. And it ain't gonna do nothing but keep growing until it kill you. It's gonna try to suck the life out of you. So you're gonna have to kill that. Kill that and get that out the way so you can keep living. And sometimes it hurts though, little bro, because here's the thing. When you start spending time with people and then you got time invested and you got feelings, it's hard to just get away. You wish that they would come on to terms. But if they ain't coming to terms, what's gonna happen? Y'all gonna keep going until hate comes about it. Break it away right now while y'all can still be cool. You dig what I'm saying? That would be my advice. Break it away right now while y'all can still be cool. Let me leave with deuces. And hey, I wish you the best. God bless you. Mommy, I salute you. And then go do your thing. Because one thing about you, you'll never have a problem. You dig what I'm saying? Having a woman. I would have to send you the the link. You know you have to get the link. Reply to Javante Hurst. Javante Hurst, you haven't found the right woman because some of us do. Ain't that the truth, Shamika? Shamika's dope. And so I understand that. So now you see the ladies tapping in. You know what I mean? They letting you know that they will uplift a man because ladies, I gotta tell you, that quality about a woman, if she covers her man and she makes him feel like a king, it's true. He will. He will. Stacy said it. He will, man. Listen, he feel like he the best. The thing that I hate is that when women be giving that type of energy to cats that just don't care about them, that be sucking y'all dead, that'll suck y'all bank account up, that ain't there to do nothing but just to lay up on top of you and pump, eat your food, and then when he get done crashing on you, he want to crash your friends or he gone, and you know what I mean. And here you go, you got this beautiful queen in your corner, and she uplifting you. She's trying to push you out there in the world to be great, and you just a clown. Okay, so that's it. So now let's do a recap. These profiles. Get the profiles together and stop lying on your profiles, man. You're putting on a mask and you're trying to act like you're something that you're not. You dig what I'm saying? My profile, I just kind of tell people what I do. You dig what I'm saying? I'm a barber, I DJ, I public speak, and I love people. I love God. I love people. I love God. And I ain't with negative energy. That's, you know what I mean? That's it. Everything else that you need to know about me, you're gonna have to find it out by talking to me. I don't do negative energy, I don't down people, and I don't mistreat people. I'll never treat you bad. You dig what I'm saying? I might stop talking, but I'll never treat you bad. Okay. Rachel Ray said, I'm the kind of woman who will speak life into you, reminding you of who you are, even when you forget. Don't just, all right, hold on. My fault. Let me see. I'm the kind of woman who will speak life into you, reminding you of who you are, even when you forget. I don't just hype you up, I help you rise. Boy, that sounds like a speech. That sounded like a poem. Like it need to be at an award ceremony or something. That was dope. Okay, Stacy said, I definitely am honest with what I put on my profile. Shamika says, okay. She says, try to uplift a man that I knew didn't care about me, but my heart different. I tried to uplift. Okay, Shamika said, I tried to uplift a man that I knew didn't care about me, but my heart is different. And sometimes, Shamika, this is what the thing is. That's the reason why I was trying to say about the difference between a man and a lady is because that nurturing spirit in y'all, and then that covering spirit of being concerning and caring, um, knowing that he don't care, you still try to uplift him because somehow you feel like maybe you can change him. What if I can say something? Or what if I can do something that's gonna make him want to do right? You know what I mean? And sometimes men just don't want to do right. The biggest thing that I wish that women had and can get more of, and I'm just tell y'all this, pray for this and ask for this, is you gotta have a spirit of discernment. That spirit of discernment is something else. And I'm telling you, it comes with the Holy Spirit. So I'm only talking to like Christian people who believe in God and believe in Jesus. And not to knock anybody who don't, who have a different belief, whether you Muslim or whether you believe in whatever you believe and you watch the bare truth. I mean, do your thing. But from my experience, pray for a spirit of discernment. So when you come hollering at me, I can see through your games. You dig what I'm saying? I see that you're trying to play. You dig? I already know what you on when you come. So then that way you don't waste your time. You know what I mean? And you don't go through that. And then if it ain't there, then stop wasting that energy. We're gonna do another video real quick. Only what you say? Relationships these days is a waste of time. It's best to stay single. I'm gonna answer that real quick. Javante said at Stacy, exactly that stuff changes you. Okay, so only listen to what Shamika said. Shamika said, I tried to uplift a man that I knew didn't care about me, but my heart different. You dig what I'm saying? Now, here is the situation. Just because you my baby mama, we chop it up, we cool. You know what I mean? She feeds me too on the holidays. A lot of times I be having her plates, and we got a cool relationship. My youngest daughter is by her wisdom. That's wisdom mom. And so, you know what I mean? She loved my mama. She just went to the hospital to see my mama. So we cool. So that's what I'm saying. Like even when you have friendships, you still supposed to be cool with people. When you real, you can be cool with people and y'all can have a cool relationship. Now listen to this, Oli. Shamika just said something that was super real. She said that she was trying to uplift somebody that she knew didn't care. That's what I keep trying to say, ladies. Sometimes y'all gotta have a spirit of discernment because if you trying to uplift somebody and you trying, hold on, real quick. Hey, what's up? No, I'm doing the podcast right now, and I'm about to be done in a few seconds. You need me? When you get through, I just want you to come up and get the fan and stuff on. But you can go ahead and get the. Okay, all right, I'll be up there. All right. Okay. So that was my mom right there. So I gotta be checking on her. But meanwhile, so listen to what she said though, Oli. Um, Sometimes you might be putting your heart into something that ain't reciprocating the love. You dig what I'm saying? And so don't get frustrated. Party people, whether you're a man or whether you're a lady and you going through this what we talking about. We talking about social media dating. We done went somewhere so deep that man, I think I got a show for like next week. But listen, so don't give up on relationships and say that they suck because I mean your opinion is really valuable or valid because what we talking about social media dating, but here it is, if you putting your heart or you putting your energy into something that's not reciprocating, it's sort of like what Javante going through. You dig what I'm saying? I'm gonna say No, but what No going through? No got a partner that's not celebrating him. That's not, happy for him to be successful. Who lays next to a person and see them win and like don't want to see them win and you ain't got nothing good to say? Like, nigga, I'm your biggest cheerleader. You dig what I'm saying? And on top of that, when you don't even know it, I'm gonna be praying for you to get, advances and get promoted. I'm gonna be praying for you on the low. Like, God, I see what you're doing in their life. Because when them type of people is around me and they win it, it just make me want to win. Shit, you ain't gonna be the only one win. I'm finna win too. I'm finna find me something to do. You dig what I'm saying? Like, shit, you just did what? You got another job. Shit, I'm finna create a job tomorrow. I'm finna start selling bikes. For real, I don't even got no bikes. I'm gonna start selling them though. You dig what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm just saying, keep it 100. I love to be around positive people, but don't give up on love because you feed into somebody and it ain't that. All right, so I should be like a love therapist, like a love doctor. You dig what I'm saying? I'm gonna start charging y'all plates too for this, Oli. So next time I start giving you advice, you'll have to come through with like a meal or something like that. Nah, I'm just playing. But meanwhile, let's go back to Rachel. Rachel said discernment isn't about being judgmental. It's about recognizing what aligns with your peace, your purpose, and your growth. Not everything that looks good is meant for you, and not everyone who shows up should stay. And you have to be able to distinguish that though. You dig what I'm saying? So discernment isn't about being judgmental. Nope. And that's not what I'm saying. So when you saying discernment, it's just like cliche, but if it walks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, more than likely it's a duck. Um, what's her name? Shamika said she was feeding to somebody's heart that she knew didn't care about her, but her heart is different. You know what I mean? So she still wanted the best. How many times can a woman say, okay, this man and cheated on me, this man and did me so many ways, and you still take him back and you still hoping that he's gonna change? He come to you with a different story, he tell you this and he tell you that. A spirit of discernment is just saying, hey fam, you ain't finna change. You dig what I'm saying? You don't even love yourself, so you can't love me. Because when a person is lying to themselves and they don't even want the best for themselves, they can't be the best for you. And I'm gonna tell you that's one thing that's delusional right there. If a person can't even be honest with themselves, all right, then deuces, I'm gonna holler at you. You dig what I'm saying? And a lot of times I ain't gotta even explain it to you. You know what I mean? If I see a red flag, I'm out. I'm telling you that now. If I see, and it could be according to me, might not even be you, but I'm out. And I ain't, you know what I mean? I ain't finna justify it. I ain't finna go through all of that. But, and it might not even be fair, but time is valuable. And certain people got certain agendas and they do things the way that they want to do them. And they don't care what other people think. They don't even care to get to know you. They only set on their agenda and what they want to do. That's why I be trying to tell y'all, ladies, if y'all got these qualities, learn a man. Sometimes y'all don't be trying to figure us out. You don't even be trying to listen. If you sit down and listen and stop looking for the tall 6 feet guy and how he just pumped you down, you dig what I'm saying? Maybe you would have learned something about him. You would have just listened to him, one of his anger issues. If you'd have had some restrictions or some restraints about yourself, you would have knew he was a head buster. My fault. I'm just saying. It ain't funny. And it don't mean that all tall people is, but I'm saying y'all go off some of the goofiest things on the profile and what you're looking for, and it's none of the qualities of a leader, a protector, a provider. You trying to tell a person, go get your passport. Cause I got my own this. I got my own car, got my own house, I got my own thing. You wanna mess with me? You gotta, yeah, guess what? He finna figure out a way to get next to you and get into your bank account. And guess what? Now you asking to have his passport, you just paid for it. You talking about you take trips, you just bought the whole trip, dummy. No, take that back. I ain't gonna say it like that because that ain't for everybody. But that's usually what happens. Then all of a sudden now you want to be on this and that. And then as soon as y'all fall out, yeah, I paid for the whole trip to the Bahamas. I paid, and then while you weren't even paying attention, he was down there getting girls' numbers. Stop all the time, playing all the time. All right, you just say, bro, people don't care. That's the thing. They don't give a bro. I'm sorry to tell you this, but I gotta get tested for cancer, and it's like my partner acting like it's nothing, like not bothered. That's what I was trying to tell y'all. He's having some health issues, and what it is, bro, and it's for a whole nother show. You dig what I'm saying? We talking about social media dating and the fake profiles, but You just got somebody in your life, man, that's just not on your team. You dig what I'm saying? And like Shamika said, it's a lot of beautiful women out there that's gonna love to have you, man. You dig what I'm saying? You young, you educated, you get to the bag and you ain't got no kids and you stay fresh and you be having fresh cologne. So I salute you, my dude. Keep doing your thing and you in my prayers. You can do everything for people. These females don't give a F. Nobody, bro. I'm young and I'm tired of playing games. I'm ready to settle, bro. Too much for one. You know what I mean? And see, that's what I'm saying. Y'all listening to the way he's talking? It's some real dudes out here that's ready to settle down, that want to go somewhere and sit down. Now, the other person don't got no kids either. And you know what I mean? Beautiful little young lady. I'm praying for him. I'm thinking like, this is the dopest couple. Don't got no kids. They travel together. They in the medical field and they do everything together. They be out in Vegas. They be out. I'm talking about they be all over the place. Young, spending money and getting to the bag. And it's up and down. Okay. So I'm gonna show y'all another video. Shamika says, you were talking about earlier some of the wild things people put on their profiles. Okay, yeah, I sent you one, but I couldn't read it right now because I see it over there. Let me see if I see it over here. All right. Okay. So that's how you want to do. I could have read it, but I'm past it though now. So I'm gonna show y'all another video and then we're gonna double back. Now, hold on, let me go back to what Rachel said. Discernment is not about being judgmental. It's about recognizing what aligns with your peace. I agree with that. Okay. So it says it's about recognizing what aligns with your peace, your purpose, and your growth. Okay. So when you discerning who a good person is, that's true, Rachel, because does this person bring you peace? Does he fit your purpose? Do you fit his purpose? Can we grow together? Because if you're dating with a purpose, you got to understand, man, can I see myself? You know what I mean? God's willing, I'm 70, you 70 or 60, or I'm 70, 80, whatever age it is, we old. Are we going to still want to hold hands? Is we still going to want to, you know what I mean? It's like, that's got to be something that you got to understand. Now watch this last video after I get done reading what she says. Not everything that looks good is meant for you, and not everyone who shows up should stay. Yeah, I believe that too, right? I believe that people come into your life for a purpose, and sometimes we might be trying to grab them or make them be fit for one reason, and they just don't fit for that. You dig what I'm saying? Get them squares out your circle. Real talk. But meanwhile, the discernment thing is going to play a part on how if this is going to be my lifetime partner. If you dating with a purpose, how are we going to figure this thing out together? I got your back, you got my back. I know that you taking care of your bills. I know you working on your credit score, or you got a nice credit score. You dig what I'm saying? You take care of your kids. If y'all kids is from different relationships, you dig what I'm saying? You don't got kids, Rachel, but when you looking at a man, do he take care of his kids? Do he talk about his kids? Do we love his mom? It's certain little things that you should be able to see, that spirit of discernment that's going to say, okay, that speaks volumes about who this buddy is, who guy is, before you let him jump on top of you. You dig what I'm saying? All right, so let me show you this last video. Because, man, we went way over, but it's cool. Check him out. He say something that's really dope. He gonna say something dope.
And dating is, at this point, bro, it just feels silly. Like, there's only two ways this goes, right? Either we're dating to get married, or we're dating to break up. And I'm really not for temporary relationships. I don't even mean romantic. I mean friendships too. If you're not in here for the long haul, I don't want to be your friend. I don't want to be your romantic partner. I don't want to do it. Like, it just seems so silly. Like, how can I, like, as a friend, right? I tell you all my deepest, darkest secrets, my biggest fears. And then even on the romance level, I'll tell you my secrets, my deepest fears. We share each other in ways that we don't share each other with anybody else. And then all of a sudden one day you just decide you don't want that anymore. That just seems crazy to me. Like, what do we do this for? What do we gain? Like, honestly, right? What do we gain from this? I'm being real. Like, I don't hate nobody I've ever been romantically involved with. But honestly, if I sat down and I asked each one of them, what did we gain from knowing each other? What did our relationship do to bet? Like, what did we gain from this? We talked to each other. We did what we did to split up. Like, honestly, if I could go back in time, right, I would just never do it. Like, I would just never be romantically involved with any of them. Because what did I gain? I didn't gain nothing from it but temporary happiness and pain. Like, now I gotta remember you for longer than I knew you. Isn't that crazy? Like, really think about that. I gotta remember you now for longer than I knew you. Like, I could date a girl for 3 months, really care about this girl. We split up. 3 years passed. I still remember you, but I didn't even know you for 3 years. But now I gotta remember this 3-month relationship for years and years to come. Now I gotta, like, unintentionally compare you to everyone I date from now on. Even if the people I date from now on are better than you, I still compare you to them. Like, oh no, she's better. I don't want to compare anybody to anybody. Like, honestly, if I could go back in time and make it to where I've only ever talked to one girl and then we got married and we had our kids, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do.
What's the purpose? Man, what is the purpose? He just said some real live stuff, you know. One of the things I want to elaborate on, he said, you're dating for two reasons. To get married or to break up. Now, like I said, let's be honest with each other. Some of y'all, when y'all using social media today, I think you should tell the truth. If you just looking for sex, put it out there because there's some profiles that match that profile that you can just be like, listen, I'm only out here. Like women that just looking for a sugar daddy that's like, want to be spoiled. They say that. And so hopefully they get what they want to get. And if that's what you're looking for, you get what you want to get. I mean, whatever you put out in life is what's gonna come back to you. You dig what I'm saying? But I like what he just said though, because he said it seems like nowadays we date you dating for two purposes. Either we dating to get married or we dating to break up. Now, one of the things that he said about if he can go back and just do it all, like, man, like I wouldn't do none of this. Like if I could just like if I could go back to the one girl like I loved, or you know what I mean, like where it was at, and make all of that work and have kids and just get there and just sit down, I think I'd do the same thing too. Now, I could say there's some experience about having your heart broke and then being in love and then, you know what I mean, experiencing love. There was some cool relationships. There was some good friendships and stuff that I've made. But ultimately, when you get my age, you want to be somewhere tucked off. You're trying to get somewhere and sit down. That's the goal for me. I'm dating with a purpose. You dig what I'm saying? So even though like right now I'm going through some things, but if I'm on the block, you dating for a purpose. Now he said other one is the date to break up. It don't sound like that's what people is doing, but guess what wound up happening? You got a gang of body counts, and ladies, the body counts affect you more. You dig what I'm saying? Now, even though men don't get ragged on because they got a bunch of body counts, the body counts can wear and tear on your body. You dig what I'm saying? And so you got to be careful that you ain't ran through. You know what I mean? And everybody done laid up with you. You dig what I'm saying? Number one, the soul ties. We talked about that. That's a whole thing. Um, Tying your spirit to other people and then pulling away from them. And now all of a sudden you walk around and you wondering why you going through this or you feeling like this because you've been contaminated with so many people that you've been touching and sleeping with, and they a mess and they doing this and that. And so it just always goes like that. um One of the realest things that he said, you have to remember this person longer than what you've been with them. Ain't that the craziest thing in the world? Now my memory of you is lasted longer than me and you was together. You dig what I'm saying? Because like say for instance, if you're on Facebook, like if you didn't block them or something like that, you might still see them on Facebook, or they might make a post and you might be like, yeah, we don't even talk to each other no more. But we used to be cool for like a couple of weeks, a month. God forbid if y'all did something else. Basically, it's coming to a temporary happiness. It seemed like the Facebook dating, it's a temporary happiness, man. It's just like people on here, they just dating to get a fix. It's like you getting a high, you looking for the next person. You either comparing this woman with this woman, you ain't satisfied with what you got a girlfriend or you got a dude, and as soon as you get irritated, now you want to cheat. You done ran into somebody that's old school that you ain't seen in so long. Social media push all of that at your fingertips, and then you comparing them. And then also with the social media dating, guess what you can do? Like Rachel said, you can be fake as ever. You can be fake. You can put on a mask and you can act like who you want to act like. Or you can be an emotional woman and you can put everything out in the profile of what you want to do. And you can let a dude pick that up, take it and use it against you. Act like he everything that you want him to be. And then once he get into you, you dig what I'm saying? He gonna use you and abuse you. You dig? And so dating with a purpose. That's the last thing we got. Whether it's social media, whether you meet them in public, whether you meet them at work, if you ain't dating with a purpose, you basically wasting your time. Because now look at what Rachel just said. It's about recognizing what aligns you with your peace, your purpose, and your growth. Are you trying to get married? Do we share the same goals? Are you trying to get married? Because some ladies or some guys have been in marriages and they didn't go right. And now he like, no, I don't never want to be married. She like, nope, I ain't gonna never get married. I don't even want a dude ever living with me again. Dude just did me. He did me so bad in my crib, broke up everything and tore up. I don't never want another man living with me. But when you dating with a purpose, now you're trying to find somebody that brings you peace. Now all of a sudden they give you purpose, your purpose in life. They make you better. Can we make each other better? If we dating and we don't make each other better, we playing out here. You dig what I'm saying? We got to be able to make each other better. If we ain't making each other better, I ain't, man, I'm not going to be involved. I'm going to tell you that now. Network and building each other up. And that's even for like friendships. Like my man said, even with friendships, anything that you come into contact with and we holding a conversation and we exchanging dialogue, and we calling ourselves being friends, like you just said right there, Rachel, which this quote is so dope. Not everything that looks good is meant for you, and not everyone who shows up should stay. Everybody ain't meant to be your man. Everybody ain't meant to be your girl. You dig what I'm saying? Y'all cool on this level, but y'all ain't cool over here on this level. You trying to force this over here on this level, and it ain't like that. And so you better have some discernment on where they at and how they belong, and put the pieces to the puzzle where they need to be. Because other than that, you're gonna be messing around and you're gonna hitch up with somebody. And like you said, eventually, if it don't work, y'all gonna break up. Now you got a temporary happiness, you got a soul tie, you got a body count, and you just wasted a bunch of time. Do you know time is the only thing that we can't get back? Gotta start making better choices. For anybody that didn't know, on the low, turn up for Christ or burn up for life. I had this in the cut. I might be forgetting it because if I don't sit it up here, I'll be forgetting to drink. And my throat was dry. Okay, let's do a recap. Social media, new age dating. Is it real love or is it weird? I'm going to say it's about maturity. It's going to be pretty much about like who you are. You know, that profile is not going, lead you to the right person. So skip the profile. You dig what I'm saying? And be mindful that when you're talking to somebody on social media, they got access to talk to like 5 to 10 to 15 to as many people as they want to. So you gotta always remember and keep it in your mind, like you ain't the only person that they talking to. So are they being serious when they talk to you in their conversations? Do they really want to get to know you? Are you really trying to get to know them? Do you really want to, you know what I mean? Because ladies, y'all do like a lot of playing. And I ain't gonna just say just like men is just out here cheating and trying to trick and trying to be, you know what I mean, mannish and talk to like a bunch of girls. Ladies be out here playing, you know what I mean? Um, y'all talk, you know what I mean, on the Facebook thing, and then all of a sudden you got other guys that you're entertaining, and then it's just like 1 minute is you use any type of excuse, and then you just gone, they ghost, and it's just like y'all super like weird. And to me, none of it really matters because I'm so used to being a loner that I don't care. So um I could be by myself, and I mean, you ain't gonna bother me at all. Man, I got so much to do to myself by myself that it don't even bother me. But I'm telling you, the games is played with the social media dating. You know, um, if you doing it, I can say this. It's a beautiful thing if you using it right. I'll just say be honest, and get a spirit of discernment because then that way you at least told a person what you're looking for, what you like, and either they want to be in your life. If they accept you for who you are, and they want to be in your life and they rock with you, then okay, we moving on one line of foundation. The other foundation is to get to know each other. Man, start FaceTiming and having phone conversations. People that want to text and don't ever want to get on the phone, that shit is felonious. Start FaceTiming before we even go out to meet and do this and that. Do some FaceTiming, and then when you go out, peep the vibe. Women stop, you know what I mean, laying down and sleeping with everything before you get to know them. You dig what I'm saying? Get to know them, and then you know what I mean. Do that. Bare truth. I love y'all. Probably be back. And so, to the question to the person that was saying, why am I always talking about relationships? Thursday is the relationship podcast. It's love versus hate. That's the reason why on Thursdays it's always about relationships. On Sundays, I was supposed to be doing the original Bare Truth, which would be a little bit more scriptures and a little bit more Bible verses. But Thursdays is love versus hate. So I kind of like took it and I turned it into kind of like a relationship type of thing because it took off and we get a lot of views and a lot of people be checking it out. And so it's good to chop it up. Rachel be jumping in there and she be saying some really smooth, cool stuff. You says, wait a minute, same thing go for men. Same thing go for men, like what? Like stop sleeping with women too fast. Yeah, I understand that, but you see, men don't care nothing about that. They logical. Y'all emotional, Shamika. So if you know that you emotional and you get attached to a person, don't let this man sit over here and just pump you down. Come over here off some weed and some liquor and just, take you through there. And then all of a sudden, he got a couple of other chicks that he's trying to take through there too. And now you done fell in love because he done shot game to you. He done read your profile. He done made you feel like he the one, and then all of a sudden he come through and pump you down, and next thing you know, you looking crazy because he don't really get emotions until he falls in love. Until you actually get him and get him there, or get him in the position to where you done showed him love, and now he missed it. Like I'm saying, men's got emotions, but they too busy being hardcore. You dig what I'm saying? They got this force field around them, but they emotional creatures on the inside. They just don't wear it on their sleeves like you ladies do. So I'm saying to benefit you with that spirit of discernment of knowing who he is, slow down, pump your brakes a little bit. And I get it. Everybody likes sex. That's not hard to say. It's not that. Sex ain't the problem. It's the discernment, standards, morals, and respect. When those get misconstrued and they get taken out of context, that's where it's at. That's the reason why I'm saying I don't got nothing to say against people who sext or send pictures or send flicks or videos. Whatever you want to do is your thing. You just have to have a level of respect, standards, and morals. And just because one person be like, I don't put my tapes, I don't do this and that all over the internet. Somebody hack your page. That's cool. But you got these two people that's in love. And what if they was together, met together, and then he's over across seas and she's over here, and this is what they doing to entertain each other. You dig what I'm saying? So what might not be good for you might be good for somebody else. It's all about that. I think it's that spirit of discernment. You know what I mean? And it's about that level of respect. You got to know who you messing with. And Rachel Wright, you still don't know, you know what I mean, who you dealing with until you all get together. So if you feel like, okay, I'm cool with you enough to like lay down with you, and it is what it is. All right, we lay down, we do this and that's what it is. Some people are happy with that. But the consequences of your life choices, they affect you. You dig? They affect you. So you have to make the choices that affect your life. And then if it go bad, it's too much boo-hooing about, oh, they didn't do this and that. They didn't do that. They didn't do this and that right. You dig what I'm saying? Like I love my dude. And no. But you've been on the podcast. And so now you was on the podcast last year, my dude. You know Shorty ain't right. You should have been left, my dude. So if I got to keep it 100 because I'm the big bro, he the little bro, you should have been left, you know? And so maybe next week we'll talk about what makes people stay. What is the real reason why people stay in fucked up relationships? Let's do that one. And if anybody want to be a guest, inbox me and let's talk about it. You got a story, Shamika, you want to talk about it? You got knowledge and wisdom. You want to be on the podcast? Come on, come through and let's do that. Little bro, you come on back. That's what we gonna do next week. Why do people stay in effed up relationships? What's the real reason why you stayed? You dig what I'm saying? Tell the truth. How many people gonna get on here and tell on themselves? I don't know. Keep it 100. But listen, man, I love y'all. So Sunday, I'm gonna try to do something. I got my man JR. Me and JR got to do something real dope. We want to do something on institutionalized. We want to switch lanes, and I got to create it. But then it seemed like every weekend I have been car hunting. I've been out of town. I was in A. I have been, I've been doing a bunch of movement that I ain't been able to get back to Sunday. So the podcast is about to get revamped. You dig what I'm saying? It's about to be new commercials. We're probably gonna do some new titles. Hopefully, I can get G Nice locked back down. He's in a new city. Maybe me and G Nice can do something really dope again. And I had a real good idea, but it's been put on pause for a second. And y'all just keep, man, living. When life get the life in, man, give it 100%. Tell somebody you love them, hug on them. To all of my people in Nap on 16th Street, Crew Life, you know who you are. Man, I love y'all. Deshauna, Crystal, man, listen, I love y'all to death, man. And so I know what y'all going through. I'm praying for y'all. Rest in peace to Lil Hody, my nigga, whole dog. Man, this one is gonna hurt. But listen, man, I love y'all, man. Peace. I'm gone.